welcome. What's going on? Hope everyone's doing amazing. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday today? 22nd Wednesday, yes. Welcome, welcome. Announce everywhere that we're live. For you. How's everyone doing? Everyone's doing amazing. We are just in the middle of doing a couple of trades right now whilst we are setting everything up. Right. What we so just in a moment I'm going to explain what we're doing, what we traded so far. Currency in a buying position right now. We're pretty much in a break-even right now. Things here. What are we doing, everyone? So yeah, I'm gonna mark out the chart just a second. I've sort of been doing this whilst I was just setting things up. We'll be fully set up, fully ready to go. I'll announce on my group chats that we are live. And send everything into group chats. Also, ladies and gents, anyone watching me on Kick or YouTube, make sure that you tell me that everything looking good, or that you let me know voice, music, everything. Button. Holy. So, don't do that to me. So, welcome everyone. Everyone's doing good. Quickly announce that we are live. Right. All right, let's get into this trade. Let's have a look now what we're doing, and let's have a look on how we can basically structure everything here, ladies and gents. So yeah, basically right now, we are in a buy position, right? Obviously got my chart on right now, of course, and the crazy thing is now, they're trying to do 1,001 things all at once. Right. Anyway, let's just get the flow going now. We're inside a house. Let me up like so. And then, yeah, so basically right now, we're in a buy position in gold. Currently running in small profits. And the main thing is, I'm going to explain to you what we've done. So, we took a sell position this morning. I saw it. I was literally just chilling out, getting ready for the day. Planning some things out as usual. Got this light, makes me look very pale. Get a tan to it, eh? Oh shit. I was looking at an email and accidentally just put another trade in. Oops. That's a bit savage, that. I did that. That is either going to be a good mistake or a bad mistake. I accidentally put an extra trade in, ladies and gentlemen, which is savage. So, as the market is moving, I've got 3 entries fairly close to each other. As soon as this one goes in profit, take this out. I just took out one worst entry right now on my last trade. But the trade is starting to nicely for us into profit. Again, just gonna wait for it to TP on the group one, of course, is 63.5. Right now, again, for this market, this trade itself, I've already taken out a small amount of profit because obviously I layered through the zone, and the market is starting to move in our direction, but we will see. We'll see what happens. We took a first trade this morning, 100 pips. TP3 for me was hit. I believe in the group, I think it was TP4. Yeah, it was TP4. So yeah, basically right now, second trade in. I'm aiming for 2 trades for Asia high for this trade. What I'm gonna say, before I continue on all my other trading platforms, I'm quickly going to check out, ladies and gents, that my audio is good. Kick and bear with me. Yeah, seems pretty good. Pretty good. Perfect. Cool. Coolio. Right, sick. So, right now, ladies and gents, as we are progressively moving through this trade, again, there's a bit of fair value gap to fill in here on the 5 minutes. So, holding off. I mean, my stop loss in this is actually 51.9. Stop loss is right there. Just put a little bit past this fair value gap and stuff will out, right? Again, been restricted on TikTok for God knows what. Yeah, so, but make sure, ladies and gents, to see the chart properly, plug into my YouTube or my Kick, because yeah, it's a much nicer outfit, basically, for the whole scenario. You can able to see the chart a little better on other streams. So yeah, let's mark out as we always do. First thing we do is do Asia high and Asia low. Obviously Asian session is about to finish in 45 minutes. So at the moment, obviously created our Asia high and low. Again, we'll see how this one moves. I do believe this is gonna, retrace upwards all day today, I think, personally, because we had a massive downwards momentum yesterday. A lot of people got wrecked, trying to so-called catch the fallen knife. So as crazy as it sounds, I do think a lot of people were trying their best to just keep on buying, throughout the process of gold. You know, so the way we do it, again, you know, we traded. We had I think it was 2 or 3 successful trades yesterday. You know, so pretty much for myself, realistically speaking, I basically quit trading yesterday after like I think it was about 12 o'clock. I think I was trading with that, and that's it. And I was done for the day. You know, that's what you gotta do basically. You gotta just know when to call it a day. That's the most important thing when it comes to play now. Just a quick summary on this trade, ladies and gents. So right now we did cash out one trade just below TP1, basically 10 pips away from TP1. And then obviously we've got another 4 trades running currently in drawdown. So we're going to see because this week again we've had a pretty decent so yeah, we'll see how this trade plays out. But again, because looking at the market structure itself, again, from yesterday's results, you know, from Tuesday, you can see we had a massive retracement to the downside. You know, probably about 1,500 pips. Gold moved down basically just yesterday alone. And then obviously we had a big retracement back up. You know, retracement was almost 1,000 pips again, and then we had a bit of a pullback. I still think, personally speaking, don't know why, I have a feeling that gold will be bullish today. You know, because normally Wednesdays we got market reversals, so the gold going up basically. But again, you know, that is just a anticipation. You know, what I want to happen. And right now I have obviously 4 trades on this trade, which my best to my last. At 59 is, I'll say, my average per trade. I'm like at break even pretty much with this one now, because basically I have 2 entries close by 61, a 1 entry at 59, and a 1 entry at 57.6. You know, same stop loss, which is 51.93. Let me just actually double check. All my stop losses are engaged. Yes, all my stop losses, all of the TPs are engaged right now, ladies and gents. So obviously, as we are going through that right now, through the market, I have a couple of TPs set at 64.8, okay, which is just right here. Now, obviously, on the way up, we're gonna close out some trades anyway, reduce that higher risk amount, and then I have another 2 trades that I'm aiming around the 71 mark. In fact, my TPs is 70.59 for them, both of them. So still, you know, looking at the market itself, it's got a probability that is going to, you know, complete Asia high, because we're much closer to it. And again, it's market reversals. It's Wednesday today, so bear in mind when it comes to the markets, it's normally market structure reversal on a Wednesday. You know, so if the market was going down previously, like Tuesday, like it was, you know, normally there's a pullback that happens. But again, you know, it's just guesswork at this point, because the thing is, we technically had a bit of a pullback. So we're going to see if gold wants to continue going down or if it's going to go up for us. So yeah, we will see. In fact, we haven't checked. Let's have a look at the news today. At the moment, there is no red folders that are going to appear. There's only been red folder for pound. British pound today. So yeah, so realistically speaking, it's just now the markets are going to depend on normal mainstream news, Twitter, depending obviously what Trump tweets. So yeah, it can get a little bit crazy sometimes, you know, especially when Trump tweets something about the war or anything like that. Markets, especially if it's good for dollar, bad for dollar. crazy something. It is crazy. Yeah, let's just wait and see. Let's just wait. Gonna stay neutral as per usual. Look at the higher time frames. If we do go down, how far can we actually? Thing is, for me right now, if we try to break out of this structure here, or for this sell, for example, ladies and gents, I will say that this box right there, to be fair, about there, right? If we do go down to this level and then we try to break out of that, I will say that we are going to try and aim for lower price points from this trade. So we'll just keep sticking to our guns, you know, following the trade, seeing what happens, and most importantly, if we do obviously break out the zone, then we might be looking for sales into the Asia low. Yes, good morning, Connor. How we doing? I see you see Hardy's plugging in as well, one of the originals. Appreciate the likes, ladies and gents. Yeah, let's a quick little small favor. You're looking to build a six-pack on your finger thumbs. Like the stream. Appreciate it. Make sure you like it, because basically I heard, how true this is, but I heard that if you go to 10,000 likes on TikTok, they can't restrict you anymore. Let's see if we can get ourselves to 10,000 likes. I know it's a big ask. Let's see if I can help. I think I can. Let's go. Get it. Right now we're about 40 pips away from stop loss, ladies and gents. We're going to see what this trade gives us, realistically speaking. We'll see. Obviously we already took 100 pips from this market this morning. At the moment we're just waiting in. Just before that, let's have a look if we can basically give some 4-hour zones. One thing we haven't done actually. Don't lie, ladies and gents, I feel overwhelmed positively. Okay. Right, so we have the fair value gap here. Our Asian low actually. We're looking like we might hit a stop loss on this one, so it is what it is. Back for the next one. That is an eye here. Bottom of the wick, which actually goes into at 50% fair value gap, which is Asian low actually, funny enough. Again, so certain zones are being respected here. Further down, got a few of them lined up. So we are currently like literally 30 pips away from stop loss. So this trade, depending how it responds in this zone here, is going to determine how much it'll fly up. Again, just one of them trades. Of course, for us, everything lined up, so we took it accurately. It was about literally 10 pips away from TP1. So I did take out one trade at a bad entry. By the moment, I've got 4 trades now running. So yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens with. If it stops us out, main thing to do, like we always do, reset, refocus, and wait for the next setup. Simple as that. The trader says after, let's say if it stops us out, pips that 30 pips. I might take another entry layer through that zone. Add an additional 30 pip risk to that. We're risking about 360 pips in total, like all on the trades. But obviously our highest risk is 100 pips. Got two trades pretty similar. Again, I just took this entry, last entry, kind of came into the zone. Of course, my stop loss is still 51.93. Again, I'm looking for this trade now to push up for us. So my best entry, if it happens, the best entry will give us the most profit, of course. As soon as we move up towards the 61 level, I'll be looking to basically take out, the two worst positions, because that's the highest risk of trades. So if I get that, it goes up, we're gonna basically take out, literally 200 pips of the risk. So let's see. A 1 hour chart here, so movement is much easier to look at. Then on this one, 1 hour chart for now. Just wait there, right there. 1 hour chart right here. Looks much more easy to look at. I literally had a hiccup at the same time that I inhaled. that felt really weird. But yeah, can't wait. Wednesday today already. Can't believe how fast. This month, 22nd today, my lucky number. But we shall see how it goes today. Again, I'm not trying to do anything different, ladies and gents. I'm doing everything the same way as I always do. I think it's important just to have, everything exactly the same day in, day out. That's the most important thing. Bertie, how we doing, my bro? Hope you're well. We're doing fine. We're doing great. Thank you very much. Super excited. First trade, we're done. TB3 hits. Second trade, right now it's 50-50. I'll be honest, 50-50. It's either gonna stop us out with about 40 pips away from stop loss, or this trade will go in our favor. Obviously, we are managing it because right now the goal for this trade, if it goes in our direction, we want to take out our worst positions, which is 61.44. When I was trading, I basically pressed buy, and then I pressed again. By the time that happened, the market moved up to the similar position. So I've got two entries in a similar position. I've got another entry 10 pips below that. Got another entry 30 pips below that, and then I got another trade 20 pips below that. I'm 5 trades deep, which is not favorable, realistically speaking, because I really take about 3 to 4 trades per signal. I'm 5 trades in on this one, which isn't really within my standards for my strategy, because that means if this takes me out on 5 trades, that's equivalent to 360 pips I'm risking. Realistically speaking, again, is what it is. We'll definitely get it back, no problem. But obviously, as time pulls forward in our favor or against us, we're either going to lose more than we normally basically risk, which is still fine. We're still within risk management, is what it is. Plus the 100 pips we just gained this morning, we're realistically speaking only going to be down about 260 pips from this morning. So it's not bad. Not bad. So that means only 2-3 trades after that get us back into break even and then back into profit. So we shall see. This trade at the moment again is falling for us, against us, should I say. We'll just stick it out. We'll just stick it out. No emotion, like a robot. We don't care about trading, really speaking. That's what I'm telling myself not to cry on the stream. because I hate losing. I'll be honest. Everyone here, ladies and gents, hates losing. But again, it's how you handle your losses. Again, we never know. This trade could reverse, gives us what we want, or it will reverse and make us not have what we want. Either way. But yeah, how are we doing, everyone? Everyone trading today? How is everyone week so far? Let me know in the comment section, ladies and gents. Make sure you spam the shit out of my comments. It helps out the stream a lot. Make sure you know, just tell me what you're trading, if you're trading, what your week is like. Are you winning? Are you losing? If you're losing, okay, let's break it down. Why are you losing? So far, Monday, Tuesday have been profitable. So far, today's profitable. Obviously, last trade in, well, second trade in so far. We'll see. We'll see where that breaks. We'll see what this trade brings out for us. Again, it kind of sucks because we wasn't a sell before. Cat TV3, but doesn't matter. This is a separate trade now. So yeah, we will see. Nice, Connor. Connor says he's up so far for this week. Amazing. Fair play, bro. Man, we just get better and better with trading, which is amazing, you know. Let me just quickly take this, ladies and gents. Yes, yeah. I'm in currency, but version. Yep. Yep. Yeah, if you give us a call back after, that'd be amazing. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, people, man. Got my email. Bloody email me. No, as simple as that. Yeah. So let's have a look here. So was up last week and the week before, and then Friday came and I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Like, I'm about to have my pants down as well with this fucking trade. Like, everything was right, realistically speaking, but is what it is. Fair. Like I say, I'm very close to stop loss. So this one will probably be a loss. So it is what it is. Just wait for the next one. Make some money back from that trade. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, and so far, you know, we haven't lost a single trade this week. But this might be the first stop loss take. Yeah. It is what it is, man. So yeah. To be fair, it looked. I mean, for me, it looked pretty good, like favorable, because only we look at the market. I mean, we might have to jump straight back in, so I'm just ready. I'll take out any questions. I can see I got some questions here. So wait for the stop loss to basically take us out, and then we're gonna wait for the next trade, because I have a feeling we're either gonna get back at this 4 hour. Or, I mean, I think it's a previous resistance. Hour. Yeah, so it's the bottom of it's the start of the fair value gap right there. So yeah. So I am literally 2 pips. Come on, just take me out. Stop playing games with my mind. So yeah, so every time this happens, when accidents happen, like I said, I risked 1 extra trade than I should have. Well, it is. But at the same time, we're not doing anything different. New candles just appeared, about to take me out on SL. So come on, like gold does this. Gold will just go like your stop loss is there. Your gold will just go. Yeah, don't worry, and then bum. We'll see. We'll see. I'm still in somehow. But yeah. we're gonna see. I'm waiting for the group as well. So when it's gonna take us out, you know, I mean, chances are very slim that this will turn around and go in our favor. We probably have like 1% chance, 99% chance that this will go to our SL. But like I say, we are, you know, pretty confident with the next one anyway. So because there's the next zone, so the zone we traded off just wasn't our zone, realistically speaking, because we are in a nice drawdown. The loss on this trade is what most people make in like 3 or 4 days of a good occupation. More than that, actually. Shit, I forgot. That's just one account. I'm trading like 5 accounts today. Yeah. But today, that stop loss that's about to be taken, probably what most people make in like a week and a half, 2 weeks of work. So it's fine. That's fine. Here's what it is. Go. Those trades are out. There we go. We're out. Out and about. Lovely. Which is, again, to be fair, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. SL hit, ladies and gents, on that trade. Got to welcome SLs once in a while because they bring us back to reality. Realistically speaking, you can't actually win them all. And it's good to take them once in a while so we don't get too cocky. But again, ladies and gents, we wait for the next one. The next trade loading up. We're going to see. Very rarely we take 2 stop losses in a row. We'll see what happens. Pardon me. So let's mark this one out. SL hits. We got too much shit on my laptop. On my bits. Like, it's fair. My multitask is at all-time high right now. I've got my phone here. I've got the microphone right in my face. Got 2 streams going on my laptop. Got the Telegram on my computer screen. I've got my charts on the computer while streaming on TikTok as well. we honestly, we're doing the most, but we love it. We absolutely love it, ladies. So yeah, quick summary. What did we do right? What we did wrong? So I suppose we did everything right, but one thing. We accidentally bought an extra trade whilst trying to close it. You know, notifications come up on your phone. I accidentally swiped up and pressed buy, which gave me an additional 100 pip risk on top of that. So it is what it is. No big deal, but it's fine. We're honestly, we're just gonna wait for the next trade right now. Shit happens. No, absolutely happens. But again, last trade did go to TB4. Technically, that trade did go to TB5 even. You know, that trade went. TB5 was 73. No, who's calling me again? Like, yeah. Just go ahead. Knock on the door, mate. Perfect. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye. Sorry, ladies and gents. Got a delivery to my other house. Bloody ringing me, email me like mate, just knock on the door. Deliver what you need to deliver. Done. Anyway, let me also just calm my tits down a little bit. I feel like I'm being reactive today. Because yesterday, ladies and gents, we had a record day. We layered a few trades, had a record day in business. And honestly, yesterday I made what I used to make a month. Probably over a month in my carpentry occupation one day. So I'm probably like a little bit like, I don't know, it's like a positive overwhelming count. Probably. Yeah, it's for me, it's bizarre, it's crazy. So right now we're in, ladies and gents, another trade. Got a good tune on as well. Yes, lovely. Have a buy position here. 186. Let's see what happens. So 50 to about 42 will be the stop loss. 5 is what tune as well. Nice, just went away. Five. 45. Right now, all entries are in profit, ladies and gents. But I did go a bit ham. I just went just on the straight on the platform, which you know, I'm acknowledging what state of mind I'm in. Like I definitely, I think today's gonna be my cardio bag day in a gym after the stream. Feel myself really frustrated for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just very hyperactive. So we are definitely taking that in account. Because normally when this happens, I lose more money than I should have because I just trade on just like crazy shit I do. And 95% of the time, it doesn't work out in my favor. So I'm definitely not gonna do anything too crazy today, ladies and gents. We're just gonna take a quick little 58.8 PP. That's all we want. And at 71, when at 71, we want one trade at least to go to 71. That would also be the Asian high, right? So, which again, just judging by today, you know, quickly let me check my TPs. Okay, on this. Well, right now, running in profit, ladies and gents. So, again, my 1 TP is all the way at 71. Okay, 71 that right there. But the rest of trades that I have on, right now, are running. Everything's in profit. 58 is one trade. 58.8 is another trade. 59 is another trade, and then 71 is obviously that's my like prolonged TP right there for that one of the trades. And then as the market moves, of course, as soon as it hits TP1, which is 56, we are going to reduce our risk by half. At the moment, I'm risking 80 pips times 4, so that's 320 pips I'm risking on this trade. Oh, yeah, we don't want us to go down. We want us to go up. But this trade, like, you know, that's why we have to stick to your guns, because now if this trade goes in our favor, we made back what we lost and profit on top. That's what we want. You know? Let's go. Come on, trade. Almost at 56. Right now, because my risk is 83 pips on one trade, we're going to reduce it to around, you know, 42 pips, 41 pips, something, right? But obviously this box, again, ladies and gents, as you can see on the charts, what we did there, you know, we drew this box. We did have a reaction off it. Again, last trade SL hit. Trade before that, we done TP4, but I basically won out mine at TP3. TP1's just hit, ladies and gents. We're gonna take out one of the trades there, so we build it slowly back up. So one trade is taken out, and then the 3 trades from 45, we're gonna reduce our stop loss to 42 pips. So it's 49.12. We're reducing everything. So you see how when the trade goes back into profit, You know, I don't quickly rush to put a break even. I just slowly reduce my risk. You know, so like now PP1's hit, I take out 1 trade. I had 4 entries on this this market, okay? Because I had to restack the similar amount of orders back in, if that makes sense, you know, because otherwise I'm doing myself a massive disfavor, you know, if I am putting, let's say, 2 trades on. Because for 2 trades to make back what I've just lost, I have to hit at least 150 pips on both trades, holding them out, which doesn't always work. You know, it's not a good solution to anything really. 49 is my new SL. Depending how the market responds as well, because we do have obviously that 4-hour line, so it all depends really how much of a you know, rebound we get on it. Retracement back up. So let's have a look on the 4-hour chart. Let's have a look on what we did here. Again, I like to stay on the 4-hour chart. Sometimes it's a little bit less stressful. Definitely the mistake of last. When you're done with all your trades, best thing to do is click off the 1-click trading, like I just did. My mistake last trade, realistically speaking, everything's correct. I did everything bang on, and the only thing I did was I accidentally put another trade on by accident, which is pretty funny. I was close. Well, I got an email when I was trying to swipe up for the email. I accidentally bought, and it wasn't the best entry either. So my apologies. I had to buy it at 56. It's out at 51. Out with profit. Oh, look, in the last trade at 56. Crazy. Brother asking that, are we in a buy? Let me help you train your mind. What do you think, my bro? Looking at the market structure right now, right? Looking where there's green, where's red. Where do you think we are at? Let me know. I'm gonna help you understand the charts. You know, oh, don't say that to him, bro. Don't say that. Remember, ladies and gents, be very careful what you say on the stream. We can have banter, we can have a laugh. Make sure some people take serious what you say. Obviously, when they buy, like, come on, look at the chart. But yeah, don't say that just in case someone takes you seriously. Panic. They're like, oh shit. Let's start blowing up the market, and then be like, yeah, we're joking, right? So, like, you know what I mean? Respect. We all like to have a banter, but let's keep it respectful. All I have to say. But again, this is for educational purposes only, ladies and gents. Do not copy what I do. This is not financial advice. Past profits never guarantee future results, but I am trading. I'm doing my thing. Obviously, we anticipate this market to go up to 59 and then later on to 71. You know, we want this to go up to that Asia high and beyond. That's our goal for today. Oh, good old stretch. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna go in the bag today, ladies and gents. Get myself out moving and grooving. It's honestly bizarre, but my schedule is so bizarre because now I do so many different things now with my free time. I love it. Like, I do my trading. I work for like what, 3 hours a day now, just trading. After that, obviously, go to the gym, go do bag work on some techniques, get back into my Thai boxing routine a little bit more. At the moment, my right ankle is a bit effed. Back to also BMXing, which is like bizarre because like, I used to do it as a kid, and now I'm back in a BMX. So yesterday we went to the skate park, done some BMX ramps and all this stuff, and like great form of cardio for me. Because obviously now, being so active on site before, doing 10,000 steps a day, then going gym and doing all this stuff. Obviously now it's a bit different because I'm sitting down for majority of my day, you know, so I have to keep active. You know, this morning we'll play some drums, get into the routine, you know, and then later on today we're going to play some piano, go gym, you know, do some other investments. Obviously Bitcoin's out, getting back into flow as well. Bitcoin, I believe, is at 78,000. Yeah, 78,000 it hit. Overnight, it hit almost 78.5. Crazy. So if you look on the 4-hour chart, you can see what this war has caused Bitcoin to do. Basically go up, right? We know that there is... I have a feeling that there's going to be one more pullback. If not, it's going to be a straight, you know, upwards momentum. Which is crazy. All the crypto just follows each other. Like, look, this is Bitcoin chart. This is Bitcoin chart. This is Ethereum chart. Solana chart. Look how similar they all. They're like the same twins, different names. So it's important to know, you know, for the reason of investing. Again, let's say, ladies and gents, you know, like I don't encourage anyone to invest into things you don't understand. Again, only invest what you're willing to lose, of course. Well, a big gamble. Right, it's calculated gambling at the same time. So make sure, ladies and gents, that when you're looking at different things, whether it's trading, crypto, you know, different projects, that you do your own research. Like I said, I think personally, with all the knowledge I have, all the knowledge I've learned, all the knowledge I've listened to, other experts as well, I believe there's going to be one last big bull run of crypto before it all goes so high, so big that literally there is no more room for bigger retracement. You know, all the big boys have the control. I mean, that's why they're trying their best now is to, you know, basically like plummet down crypto. You know, that's why they're trying to make so much money from, you know, oil and gold. Like, think about it. Every time there's a massive spike in oil, gold, someone 10-20 minutes beforehand puts a massive order on the buy or sell. How does that insider know? Right? Because it's all a big game, ladies and gents, with like the markets. Right? The insiders, they make an absolute obscene amount. Like they'll put like a buy. So the market may be selling. They'll put a massive buy for 50 million before Trump tweets. Gold goes up 1,500 pips. Boom, they take it out. Like, how do they know this stuff? Because why? They have insiders. Does that make sense? Because of that, ladies and gents, you know, it's a massive monopoly game. But we, as the retail individuals, we can capitalize on that big amount. You know, because if you're a step of the curve and you're just investing small amounts here and there of like money you're willing to lose, again, this is for not financial advice, this is for educational purposes, you know, you can then determine a lot of the stuff. I don't know the music, I feel like I'm shouting. Love a good old shout. But yeah, like, honestly, it takes money to make money, but it's crazy how things can take shape, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy.
Thanks for listening to X Creeper Studios. If you know, you know. Enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment below the vibe. Thanks, you know the time.
Goes to my TP. Obviously, TP1 is hit, ladies and gents, on that trade. We've been waffling for a little minute. So yeah, we're just waiting for this trade. I may actually got to see on the 50-minute chart, is there any other market? Put this one up to 70 pips out. TP2 is just hit, ladies and gents. I'm going to take out the other trade at TP2 as well, so we don't play about. Of course, now the risk now is going to be minimal. We're going to put our stop loss at 52, so not quite at break even, literally minimal, but risking 8 pips now. Only because if I'm looking on the higher time frames, possibility gold might want to retrace back down to a certain figure or shooting it back off, like, you know. So we're down just to right now only minus 150 pips from the last trade. Remember, last trade, ladies and gents, we did, you know, take a hit of 330 pips basically. But because of our previous trade, which was a 100 pip win, then we had a 300 and some pip, 330 pip loss for the SL, and then we just made back some profits plus that. So we're only right now minus 157 to be exact pips. So not too bad. I like this little playlist. Like 9. Phone call. One. Assistant. Oni Ali. Dobra, super. Na razie. Tu. Everything's correct, everything's right. Perfect. What you want to see, like, what we want to see. Things are moving, things are grooving. How are we doing? Hope everyone's doing amazing. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gents. Make sure you spam that like button for me. It's gonna be hard, but let's aim for 10,000. 10,000 likes on TikTok. Ladies and gents, 10,000 likes. I'm going to help you as well, because I think I figured out a way that I can do it. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or if it's meant to be, but we'll do it anyway. Let's have a look. Screen on my old phone is bugging. Oh, there we go. See? Yeah, there we go. I can spam my own likes as well. I'm doing it as well, ladies and gentlemen. I'm helping you out. Let's all do it together. Put our fingers together, right, and try and spam all of it above. Only because apparently if I can get to 10,000 likes, I'll stop getting restricted. At the moment, TikTok doesn't really like me anymore. I think we've been catching too many pips, ladies and gents. Yes, Curtis, how we doing, my brother? Just explaining to everyone, TikTok's being a bit of a hater. I keep getting banned and restricted for apparently criminal and abusive behavior, which again, I'm just being myself. I have no filter, hence why we're streaming right now on Kick and on TikTok at the same time, and on YouTube, catching some good moves, of course. So it is what it is. But let's all put our fingers together and spam the like button, ladies and gents. Let's get me to 10,000 likes, because apparently after that I can't get restricted. Let's do that. By the way, ladies and gents, TP3 is about to get hit. About to get. Oh, so close. So close. I literally have my TP3 3 pips above, and it didn't quite hit me there, but thank you for the likes. That's it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Well, we're 10% there almost. 10% there. So far right now, ladies and gents, we have no risk whatsoever on this trade. Well, we have 8 pips. I didn't quite. I just put like literally just below that equal low right there, just in case there's a massive wick that takes us out. So we just got taken out. The third TP got hit, ladies and gents. Out of 4 trades, we have 1 trade running for that Asian high. Come on. Come on, ni hao. Let's go. Let's go up. But yeah, let's hit it, ladies and gents. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit them like buttons. I'm doing it with you as well, right? We're in it together. I'm testing this out, seeing if I can get to 10,000 likes as well, ladies and gents. I'm gonna see if I'll be able to basically go ahead and not get restricted anymore. So doing it for your own benefit, ladies and gents, because that means I can be showing my chart more often on TikTok again. But again, we're still on live and direct on Kick on YouTube. Yeah, doing it. We're doing it. So far we collected around, that is about 130 pips so far from all the trades combined, and we've got 1 trade running at a TP of 176 pips right now. Aiming for that Asia high. Come on, ni hao, konnichiwa. Let's go. Let's go up. Let's go up. Obviously, no offense meant, I say. But yeah, we're having a bit of a bubble. Again, you know, otherwise we're too stiff on the streams. We gotta let it loose. Gotta let it loose, ladies and gents, right? It's funny because before TikTok was being hateful to me, we was hitting on average what, like 100, 200, 300 people. I think the max was 330 even individuals we had live and direct watching us trade, taking the trades with us. And then I think they clocked on. They're just saying, look, like, you know, this guy's making too much money for himself and everyone else involved. So yeah, pardon me. All right, let's get the likes up, ladies and gents. Let's get them likes going. Let's get it going. Come on. I'm seeing how I'm feeling. I'm gonna see how I'm feeling. I might even do a giveaway on 10,000 likes, ladies and gents. I might even do a quick giveaway, quick 100 quids. Why not? Who's gonna be the winner? You know, let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. Who wants to win 100 quid, ladies and gents, on my TikTok? Make sure you spam them likes. Oh yeah. This trade right now is running currently around, from our entry, 84 pips, ladies and gents. 84 pips. We wait for this to go to where it needs to go. Got a few amount of trades so far. Okay, so got last trade running. I'm gonna put that SL now. Literally minimize my 4 pip SL. I'm gonna put us 2 pips into profit, ladies and gents. So we have a small gain. Right now we just wait. Let's go for that Asian high. Let's get it, ladies. Let's get it. Asian high is what we're aiming for right now. Well, honestly speaking, Asian high is actually 72.3, but just a little bit below that, we have obviously 70.9. So 71 is what our TP is currently. Oh yeah, wait for it to happen. How are we feeling, ladies and gents? How are we feeling? So far, this trade right now is running about 85, 90 pips in profit. Obviously, we entered 4 times. We exited 3 positions, and we got 1 position left. I mean, 1 position left. I'm only joking, ladies and gents. I'm just trying to entertain the stream a bit, not making it boring like all the other streamers I see. They just sit there, you know, twiddling their thumbs, hoping to sell you guys a dream. But I'm just trying to keep it real, ladies and gents. I'm trying to keep it real. I had enough of the shit out there on what these streamers are doing. I'm seeing even people stream, right, with a demo account, like 100,000 million pounds in profit, with like £1,000 account or whatever, and then they're playing on YouTube like a course from like a trading guru, like Alex FXG or Lamba Raul or something like that, and they literally playing that, and they're saying, oh yeah, join my free group and all this bollocks. Like, honestly, ladies and gents, you gotta be careful who you follow out there, right? Because like I said, there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of dream sellers out there, ladies and gents. So make sure you know how to, you know, basically tell the difference between someone who's legit and someone who's just basically looking to scam you. So definitely be careful, ladies and gents. Right now, the trade is running 95 pips in profit. What the hell? Did it. I just literally see the randomest shit, like the funniest thing. Apparently, there's a group chat. There's a group chat out there on Facebook, only made for people who look like Adam Sandler. Like, look at this. Apparently, this looks like Adam Sandler. This looks like, yeah, that one. that is honestly too much. The internet never loses. But then again, I reckon this is all just AI bollocks. Like, you know? Anyway, ladies and gents. So, tell us about your carpentry days. Nothing much to say, really. I was a wood butcher, as I call myself. But no, on a serious note, ladies and gents, my carpentry days, long time gone. And I will say this, like, carpentry helped me understand what real work is, real graft. You know, when you're on site building new houses, that's what I worked on majority of the time, and new builds, you know, in the UK. You know, you're earning money based on your performance. You know, so in my head for years, you know, I knew that if I'm going to do a certain amount of time, I'm going to do this, this, and this. And the prices of this and this and this, I'm going to earn this much. So, you know, it's a hard graft, you know, and, you know, it's very untypical for someone who's in carpentry, learning everything they've learned pretty much. So I got pretty good at it doing, you know, my first fixing, which is majority is, you know, roof, joist, side walls, stairs, front porches, garage roofs, all this stuff, right? So like as time progressed, I you know, I learned to do like hip roofed, like the hips were fucking like, you know, it took me a while to sort of get them right. Again, obviously, I'm not going to get into detail why I hipped roofs, but majority of the garages, the sites I was on had like hips. So yeah, like learned the whole majority of it. But then looking at the industry of carpentry and what I was doing, it just felt like it was never enough. No matter how much money I earned, it wasn't enough. And plus, every month I'd have to buy some kind of a new tool or replace something like a handsaw or blade saw. You know, it adds up like 40, 50, 60 quid. Yeah, so you're spending like 100, 200 pound a month probably on brand new tools. Then you're looking to upgrade your batteries because then, you know, you can do more work more effectively. There's something will break, so then you have to replace that. Then you have to pay for your own petrol, your own traveling. You know, my tires would have to get done. My service would have to get done. But then before you know it, you're just constantly spending. And ladies and gents, yesterday, I made in one day what I used to make in 4 weeks of like working. And today I woke up and I'm just like so numb to it. But I'm like, actually, hang on a minute. Like, let me be super grateful for this, because like it used to take me 4 whole weeks of grafting my absolute arse off, traveling from site to site, location to location, doing roof to roof, back to back, flooring, joisting, everything, back to back, stairs. I used to whack, you know, I have a video on my TikTok somewhere. I used to whack, you know, 120 kilo stairs, lift them up by myself. Obviously, sounds big. I mean, if you're good at it, you could probably do it yourself. But like, I used to lift them up myself because I couldn't wait for help, because the stairs were like 150 quid, and you want to do them in like 2 hours. You know, so you earn your 150 pounds. Then you'll move on to something else. You prep something else. By that time, you might have earned 200, 250 pounds, sometimes 300, sometimes 400 pounds. You know, yes, I've had some good months in carpentry. Like there's days where I've earned like 6-7 grand. But again, when I looked back at them months, that's what a carpenter should earn. Shit you do. But you don't earn that. You know? So like shit months, you might earn only 3 grand in a month. Take away your tax. Might have had a terrible month because you got rained off, the work you was doing not ready for you, whatever the case is. So yeah, ladies and gents. It takes a big, you know, eye-opening difference to what I am doing now compared to what I was doing before. You know? Yeah, bro. Literally, look, I make money clicking a button. Right? Like, I've just, on that SL, ladies and gents, that SL, right? I lost that trade, what I used to make in probably like week and a half of working. Right? One trade. Before that trade, I made 100 pips, probably made me, I count, I'd say 3-4 days of good like work I made in that one trade. Then I lost because obviously, you know, I accidentally put on 5 trades. My mistake, is what it is. But yeah, like I lost in that one trade what I like, probably like a week and a half of carpentry. You know, just one trade. But now I'm back to like being just basically, yeah, like I'm back to like 94 pounds, basically 94 quid, right, in a negative now. At times about all my accounts. Let's have a look. Let me try to figure it out. 4 accounts. I'm probably still in the loss of like £300, basically. So call it that. But I was a big loss compared to like my work, right? But now this trade is running right now in profit. So this trade now will get me profit back from what I've lost, and on top, obviously, you know, profit as well. So obviously, it's a good trade that we took. So yeah, ladies and gents, at the moment, waiting for this trade to hit to my TP, which is my Asian high. 71, of course, is what the TP is. But Asian high is a 72.3 roughly. But of course, we do have also a very strong level at 67. So I'm going to base it on that. I'm going to look into seeing how far this can go. Because 67 is a 4-hour point of interest zone as well. So we're gonna see what happens here. How we doing, Bertie? How's things, bro? Are you still on us with us on the stream? Let me know. Let me know. Look, let's have a look here. Also, fire away any questions that we have. Of course, like always, all questions are welcome. Something in my eye. Dark in my eye. Like, feels weird. Oh. Yes, so again, we're still waiting for the TP to get hit. Again, this is obviously, you know, a really big TP for us because we're aiming for that Asian high. TPs, obviously, SL is at break even, so there's no risk whatsoever on this trade right now. So either way, it's worth for us. I mean, we could take it out now with a very small profit overall from obviously recovering from last trade. And obviously, we take that TP3 to 100 pips this morning. So yeah, at the moment is going in our favor. Dumb trade. The dumb trade saying by a dumb guy. Why is it dumb trade, bro? Talk to me. Clearly we have an expert. Why is it clear sales? Why is that? Talk to me. Yeah, right now we're just waiting for that Asian high to get hit for us. Of course, at the 67 level, 0.75, we do have a zone which is a 4-hour resistance zone. Which, again, if we look at the past and the history, and obviously a few zones of that bouncing up, as we can see, of course. So when we're trading this, you know, our eyes are going to be around that level. We're going to see how it respects it. And obviously, if it gets respected too too much, I'd say. But then we'll basically take it out at the 67 level. But I mean, I don't see why it's a dumb trade. I mean, I'm literally running almost 100 pips into this trade. I've layered 4 trades into this signal, and I've, you know, cashed out a good amount of pips. So yeah, I can't help but laugh, really. You know, realistically speaking, there's actually no such thing as a dumb trade, really. The only thing that's dumb, really, is the person behind the screen. But yeah, on that bombshell, eh? What should we do for the rest of the day as well after I'm done with trading, ladies and gents? I have no idea. No idea. Like, we're going to trade for probably like another hour. So my perfect anticipation would be is to, you know, get in for that nice buy like we did now, holding it out. Bertie asks, do you just have one trade running now and then other 3 closed? Yes, that is spot on. So we had 4 positions. I'll tell you what we got in. So all the trades were very similar. We got in about 53.35. First trade, we cashed out about 30 pips. Second trade, 50 pips. And third trade, second trade, 50 pips. Third trade, about 65 pips. So if we add it up right there, we had, when I'm on the stream, my maths is shit. Promise my maths is better than this. So far, we have done 145 pips from this trade, ladies and gentlemen. From this dumb trade, right? We've done 145 pips. And right now, this last trade is running, and our TP is 176 pips. But we may take it out at the 65, 66 level. We're going to see how it respects it. But it's also a risk-free trade right now. So either way, this trade is either going to make me 145 pips, or it will make me an additional, on top of my 145, make me an additional 176 pips. So it all depends now, realistically speaking, how the market will respond to this quote-unquote dumb trade. Oh, mate. That's made my day. That's made my day. Really has. I wonder if he's still in this chat. By the way, what I'm referring to is so some guy came on and said this is a dumb trade apparently, and he's saying clear sales. Yes, honestly. I've never seen that before. I've never seen someone calling a trade dumb. Like, how can you be so sure? Like, unless you got a crystal ball and you're staring at it, you know the future, then I suppose you have the right to call it a trade smart or a trade dumb. So yeah. Let's have a look. What else? Then the other 3 close. Yeah. So basically, just to refer back, sorry, Bertie, to the question you had. Yes, we've closed down 3 trades. 1 is still running. So we made 145 pips on that trade, and obviously now we are running last trade, and win or lose, I have to hold it out, realistically speaking, because this has, on the higher time frame, as we can see, you know, it has a probability to go up to the 66, 67 levels. So I'm going to hold it to at least to then, unless it's a very impulsive move up to that Asian high. Whatever happens, happens. If it spikes me out, I break even on this last trade, so be it. I'm still 145 pips up. wait for the next one. We reset, wait for the next one. If it obviously goes up to the Asian high, then we're going to, you know, again, reset, recalculate. We're going to see what happens. Simple as that. We have traded a little bit aggressively today, going off that SL that we hit last. So actually, let's mark this out so far as TP1's hit. But this is a TP3 originally. So far, I'm just gonna count it. What we're gonna. Faber asked a perfect question. Very good question, bro. Well done. Do you think the head and shoulder pattern is fake? Realistically speaking, look, like, okay, this is my intake on patterns. Yes and no, right? The reason why I say yes and no and I sit on the fence with patterns is because patterns have a possibility of happening in the market. Like if I look at the market, let's say 1 hour chart, right? Zoom out. Like I can see different formations, different patterns happening all the time in the market, right? At any time frame. You go on a daily, you know, there is certain patterns forming. Go on a 4 hour, there is certain patterns forming. Go on a half an hour, 15 minutes. Like constantly there is different patterns forming. Are they accurate? Well, not really. The truth is, patterns in the market repeat themselves, but looking on the accuracy of things, they're not accurate. Because a lot of people, what they know in the market is as follows. A pattern like this forms, well, this has to happen. For example, in my journal, right, I have basically ascending patterns, like bullish patterns on the front, right? And on there you have, you know, rising wedge, double bottom, triple tops, everything like to give you a hint where the market will go next. And again, remember, with every pattern forming, why I say yes and no is because every pattern is a probability of what might happen next. That makes sense. But yes, through a pattern, you'd be able to like again, you could say, I don't know, this could be a really like a wonky head and shoulders pattern right there, right? So right there, look, you got left shoulder, head here, you know, right shoulder, for example, right? That could be a pattern, you know? But again, like I don't trade patterns. I trade market structure, price action, and of course, my trader who gives me out good signals. All I do. That makes sense? Because you have to like have some kind of awareness, some kind of like a strategy towards it. But remember, the markets are always going to go up and down, no matter what. But it's your strategy on how you take them, you position yourself, your risk management, and your exits. That's more important than trading patterns. Because there is some traders who are shocking, have 20% accuracy on all trades, but they are profitable over the period of a month. Because they have patience. They always go for, I don't know, a 10 to 1 risk to reward. So for every pound they're risking, always gaining 10. So they can literally lose 8 trades in a row. And the 9th trade, they'll get them 20% back in profit. Does that make sense? So hopefully that answers your question. In the buy zone again, the trade's gone back into another buy zone, ladies and gents. So let's have a look. If we are going to trader, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. There is a buy zone that came up, but I just make a quick decision not to follow through. Not to follow through, right? I made it like this decision because I've already made profit from this original trade. My trade now is at risk free. So why change that? That makes sense. Why change? Oh, patience. Patience pays a lot. Don't know about you, ladies and gents, but I am starving. Woof. I can't wait for. Honestly, I am at. Whoa. I could literally eat. Beast. Oh. But yeah, patience is a big thing with this game. And the problem is, a lot of us don't have it, including me. Oh, sometimes I'm like, what's the point? Oh, what's the point? But now, looking at it, you know, the best thing to do right now is just to wait, because this market, it has done its retracements. Okay, and if I look on the higher time frames, is wanting to, you know, break structure and continue going up. Oh, again, that's a probability. Or if it goes down, it goes down. My thing is that break even. It's literally this trade is literally risk free. Already made 145 pips from there. So good morning, Venom Fitness. Hope you're well, bro. I ain't seen you in a while. Back. Yeah, we're back. We're still active. TikTok's trying to like openly speaking right now, of course. Yeah, TikTok are trying to fight me. So yeah, I'm still here. They asked, when you started trading, did you ever go for a time where you just don't make money? Like, I make money, then lose the same amount. Very, very important question. So I'm literally stuck at the same funds all the time. I think maybe my main problem is when following a trade, stop loss is hit, the losing pips is always greater than my profit. See that? That is a very, like, reoccurring problem with a lot of traders. So how should I let me gather my thoughts. That one, I'm absolutely starving. I'm like honestly gonna pass out in a minute. But let me say this to you, and it's just to everyone and also to me, because I broke out of the trend, right, to do that. When you're trading, right, is basically when you're every trade you put in, okay, most of the time I bet you probably put, let's say, 3 trades, because the market goes down and it lets you layer up for your trades. So you're putting in 3-4 trades per signal, yeah? That happens to go to stop loss, then you lost, let's say, I don't know, let's say you lose four trades in a row, yeah? You layered 4 trades, they all lose. Crazy part is then the next signal comes out and you're only able to put in 2 trades. That goes to TP1 and you made your 60 pips, but then previously you just lost 150 pips. And then it takes you 2 or 3 trades to get back into at least a break even, right? So I get that because I went through the same thing a lot of the times. So the quickest way to do it, right, is soon as you figure this out, your problem, you basically structure your positions in this way. Take one signal straight away, right? And then as soon as the market just dips, even 5-10 pips, boom, you enter it again. 5-10 pips, you enter it again. Stick to like 2 or 3 trades. If you're comfortable taking 3 trades, stick to only constantly taking 3 trades, always. Right? Even when your market goes into profit, can take another trade when your market is like, 20 pips in profit. You can take another trade. Of course, that's going to be your worst trade or worse off, but you can do that. Because then you aim your first trade at TP1, right? 10-20 pips out. Then your second trade, aim for the TP4, right? That's your 80 or 100 pips. So from them 2 trades, you already made back from what you've lost from the previous trade, and you leave that last trade running. Like right now, I'm leaving that last trade running. It's about 30 pips away from my break-even point, but I've already secured 145 pips. But either way, I don't really care if this takes me out at break-even, or this will be an opportunity for me to take me to that Asian high, which will give me back what I've lost fully, plus a good amount of profit from our last SL. This morning, obviously, we cleared 100 pips TP3. Went SL straight back to a profit of TP2. We hit, obviously, sorry, TP3. What? I don't know why I put TP3. 145 pips. I got the shakes right now. I'm literally, when you get so hungry, you got the shakes. Right now. I'm going to pass out in a minute. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense, but to yourself, bro. Right, ladies and gents, I'll be real. I apologize, but I have to dip out. I've got to have my breakfast right now. I feel lightheaded. I feel crazy right now. I feel I'm going to pass out. But don't get me wrong, I feel good. Just going to let this trade run. So just let it run, ladies and gents. Let this run. Obviously, for me, I'm letting it run at least at 66. My overall TP on this one, 771. That's exactly what's happening. I take profit at TP1. Then a trade, if it comes to then hits SL and obviously hits up, end up losing more money. Like I say, it happens all the time when you do that. It's because you wait for your SL to get hit, but you don't get for your TPs to get hit. So if you're doing the opposite, you're always going to be in a negative. Does that make sense? Like right now, I'm waiting for that 66 level at least to get hit before I decide to do anything with this trade. Does that make sense? So yeah. But ladies and gents, I appreciate everyone plugging in to our session. I'm going to say au revoir. Have a great day. We might be back later on with the stream. We're still going to continue trading, but like I said, I just need to eat. I feel lightheaded, like I'm about to pass out. My stomach's being controlled me right now. So I need to eat for sure. So ladies and gents, thank you very much for plugging in. It's a great session so far. But yeah, make sure you're inside a VIP group, anyone that's watching. So obviously you take the benefit of the same trades that we take. And ladies and gents, au revoir. We're back tomorrow from the same time. And yeah, God bless everyone. So yeah, we'll be back soon. Back soon.